Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurala Sofia binti Johan and I'm from section 703. Today I'm going to touch about one social problem, which is food insecurity. What exactly is food insecurity? Food insecurity is the condition of not having access to sufficient food. Let's not waste any more time. I'm going to tell the causes of why food insecurity exists in the first place. One of them is increases in food prices. Nowadays, the prices of the food is not affordable enough for people, especially for B40 people. Other than that, the political instability and the conflict is also the causes of the food insecurity. In my opinion, the more conflict that have between the spirit person, the more it can affect the people who have no power at all. Truly, in all perspectives that I've learned, I think conflict perspective is the most relatable conflict that I can relate to this problem the most. In my opinion, the problem or the conflict of inaccessible and adequate food to people is quite serious. For example, there are still people and households still receiving a nutritional food because educated in the city. But it's quite opposite for people who live in a remote and rural area. It is because the lack of availability of an adequate food and the lack of accessing food because the location is far from the city and is hard to enter. In fact, the possibility of hunger still exists in their community because how they are still survive each day to searching for an adequate food. For me, this is quite conflict because how people still receive benefits but how some people still struggle from it. For example, I can touch about the scholars in this conflict perspective, which is Karl Marx. He is the one scholar that touched about conflict perspective. So what is the solution that we can come up to? I have two solutions that I can come up to. First, I think local community can work together by launching a 2-day program about how to produce a food. How to produce a food is a program that more focus about how people or a neighborhood learn to plant vegetables on their own. On the first day, the head of the local community can invite someone who have more knowledge about how to plant vegetables or food. On the second day, they can invite a farmer and learn how to plant vegetables together so that they know how to take care of the plants and how to produce a plant by themselves. This can also provide healthy sources of food in their neighborhood or household. This lack of availability of nutritionally food can be avoided. Last but not least, donate a non-perishable food in food drive or food bank is one of the ideas that I could come up to. Volunteer especially can provide and supply the food in the food bank or the food drive. This actually can prevent a hunger in some household or in the community. I think that's all that I would share about food insecurity. There's a lot about insecurity that we could take more seriously, and I hope in the future people would take more seriously, of course, about the food insecurity because how important food in our life and how important food to give us a healthy body right now.